Hello everyone and welcome to Shifting Gears, and this is the all-new 2024 4th generation Maruti Suzuki Dzire. This is going to be a detailed interior review video. We have uploaded 2 more videos at least. One where we speak about the exterior design of this all-new 4th generation model, because this is a revolutionary design change. This is not identifiable as a Dzire because compared to the Swift, this is completely different styling. This is an all-new product. Then we have another video where we speak about the driving dynamics. How does this Dzire feel from behind the wheel? Today, right now in this video, what you see, this is the top of the line petrol AMT variant of this Dzire. And if at all we get a chance, we will also upload a detailed drive review video of the Dzire with a manual transmission option. But we are not sure about that as of now. So now is a good time to subscribe to the Shifting Gears channel. Press that bell icon so that you get a notification when we upload a content piece about this new 4th generation Maruti Suzuki Dzire on our channel for you, so that you can make an informed car buying decision. Now, as you all know, the Maruti Suzuki Dzire is a sub 4 meter compact sedan. Compact sedans came into existence because people wanted to have the sedan body style, but they wanted it on a tight budget. Back in the day, compact sedans felt like a compromise, especially in terms of styling. They looked quite quirky. But now in 2024, this new Maruti Suzuki Dzire, it is a rather desirable sedan. It is a very good looking sedan, and now it is offering you the best of whatever that it can. And let us start with the boot space. This new Dzire is going to offer you 382 liters of boot space capacity. So you have a request sensor button over here, and when you press this, check this out. This is the amount of space that is available, and this is plenty in my opinion. Have a look at this. We have a goodie bag. We have 2 trolley bags which are cabin sized luggages. This is a rather small size. That is a full sized cabin bag which will take up the entire space over there in the luggage department in an aircraft. Then we have one more big laptop bag. We have one backpack, and there is still plenty of space left over here. I can maybe keep this bag over here and then have 2 more such bags over here in the boot and still carry some backpacks too. So this is definitely practical. The loading lip is slightly high, but it is not at all difficult to lift your bags in and out. Let me show that to you. So if you have to get your bags out, this is how you will have to do it. It is not very difficult. Let me just get all the luggage out for your reference so that you know how much stuff you can carry. So have a look at this. And then, like I said, we have another goodie bag over here. And what I want you to notice is this. You have a spare wheel, which is not an alloy wheel, which is placed over here below this boot floor. Now this is rather flimsy and not very good looking when you lift it, but then you know that the Dzire is built to a cost, and that is why it is what it is. There are a few, locks over here. If you notice carefully, this is where you have to, ideally place your carpet and match these locks so that it doesn't move around. Now, when I have to keep things back in, just have a look how much effort it takes. So, goodie bag is in. The backpack goes in, a small trolley bag gone inside. Then this is another laptop bag, a large office bag if you would like to call it. The large cabin bag is also in. So just have a look at the placement and positioning and packaging. So there is ample space on the inside for you to pack your luggage. So if at all you are going to go out on a long weekend road trip with this Maruti Suzuki Dzire, there is enough space for all your luggage, for all the luggage of your family members or your friends. So Is this sufficient? You have to let us know in the comments below. But we have not seen the CNG variant of this Maruti Suzuki Dzire as of now. So we don't know how that kit is going to be packaged and how much space is going to be available in that particular variant. What is missing though is that there is no cover over here under this tailgate. So these wires are rather exposed, and I wish that this was more neatly done. If you come up close, you will notice that all of this is exposed, and it is not that it is going to make or break the deal. It just doesn't look neat in my opinion. A cover would have been appreciated, but it is what it is, and this is how it sounds. This tailgate sounds when you shut it. So here goes. Now let's speak about ingress and egress. My height is 5 feet 8 inches, and this is how I look next to the Maruti Suzuki Dzire in its 4th generation avatar. If I open the doors, this is how wide they open up. This is the maximum that they open up, and this is generous enough for easy ingress and egress. First, let us speak from the front end of this Dzire. In the front cabin, if I want to step inside, have a look at this. It is not bad, it is not difficult. The vehicle is not too low slung, so even elderly family members, they will have no problems to get in and out. And if I have to get out, this particular section of the dashboard, which you notice, this is also flat, so maybe your elderly family members can rest their hand over here as well, if not over here, and then comfortably get out from this Dzire. So that is rather nifty. I don't think even the engineers thought of it that way when they were designing this sedan. So if I have to show that to you again, check this out. No problems in terms of ingress and egress, and your elderly family members can also get out this way. So this is a rather welcoming, a rather practical, family friendly sedan. Now when I have to sit in the back seat, check this out. Again, easy. I don't have to consciously manage my head, tuck in with some effort. It was rather easy to get inside, and this is how I am going to be seated. And to get out too, the door opening is generous enough, so I can have both my feet out and then step out from this vehicle. So this is not a problem at all, at least in my opinion. And even for your elderly family members, they can come up close, they can sit on the seat and then get inside. As you might have noticed, my head did not bang on this frame of this vehicle even once, so that shows that this is going to be family friendly. Nobody is going to have some injuries while getting in and out. Now when I have to get in the driver's seat, I have kept this driver seat at its lowest seat setting, but if I want, there is height adjustment that is available. It is manual of course, but it offers a good range of motion in terms of going high up and going low down, and this is going to make this car comfortable for the tallest of drivers and for the shortest of drivers. So that also is a good feature to have over here. And now just have a look at this. When I am seated in the driver's seat, if I start the vehicle, you get this audible, welcome, and listen to this. It is taking some time, but it did so. So it tells you that you are in the new Dzire, and like you heard right now, it told us that the tire pressure is low, so if there is any alert, it will alert you before starting off itself. So right now, just have a look at this. When I'm seated in the driver's seat, this is the amount of headroom that is available, and I'm seated at the lowest seat setting. The steering column, it is only tilt adjustable, not telescopic, so you can move it up and down, not forwards and backwards. It has a nice leather wrap, and this is the ideal driving seat position for me, for my body type and for my height. When I'm seated over here, I have good visibility all around, But this particular, infotainment, it is eating up a little from the visibility because I can't see the windscreen endpoints, the lower end, easily. I will have to look up a little. So that is something that I'm telling you in all honesty. Now when you step inside this all new Maruti Suzuki Dzire, what you would like is the layered pattern of the dashboard. It looks quite nice, it breaks the monotony, it looks modern, and what I also appreciate is the healthy use of light colors on the inside, because of which this vehicle, it looks light and airy, it looks spacious even though it is a sub 4 meter compact sedan. Now what I want you to notice is that everything inside is hard plastic, there is no soft touch material. But over here on the door trims, where your elbows would rest, here you have soft fabric. That is it. That is the only soft touch material over here inside the cabin on your basic touch points. Everything else, everything is hard plastic. Now let me just put this aside for a while. Let us try to remove it completely. First, have a look at this glove box. Plenty of storage space over here. It is not cooled, but you can store a lot of oddities, and you also have your first aid kit. So it is deep enough for your documents of your new Dzire. Now, when you look at the dashboard, what you notice is that the dashboard top, hard plastic in black. Then this mid pad section, it has a nice 3D texture and it is in a beige plastic applique. Now the dashboard top, it is nice and flat, so you can place a lot of stuff over here, maybe an anti-slip mat to park your smartphone, or if you want to place idols which you like to worship, there is space, but the idols over here will be way behind this infotainment, so you will have to place them somewhere else. So that is something that you will have to make peace with. Then this section, it is nice and flat. It has a texture which looks like leather, but it is not leather. This is hard plastic. Here on this mid pad section, you have this 3D texture. Looks quite nice, good to touch, and it looks stylish. Over here you have this fake wood trim. Again, it looks nice, adds a premium touch on the inside, and also it enhances the overall width of this vehicle. It makes the car look nice and wide, so it doesn't feel like a compromised compact sedan. And you also have this silver applique which runs the entire width of this vehicle, so that also looks stylish, looks premium. Then speaking about the AC vents, on the extreme end you have this AC vent which you can also shut if you think you are feeling cold. Then these AC vents also, you can completely switch them off. They are easy to direct airflow on your body. You have some chrome tips over here. Here is your button for your hazard light functionality. And then first have a look at this steering wheel. This is a leather wrapped steering wheel with a flat bottom design. You have silver accents over here as well, so it looks quite nice. There is no contrast stitching, there is nothing extraordinary or fancy about the steering wheel. You have steering mounted controls on the left hand side for your infotainment, on the right hand side for your cruise control. There are a few buttons over here as well. These are for your Bluetooth telephony, these are phone controls, and also a voice command button over here. The steering wheel, we have seen it in other Maruti Suzuki cars and it does the job. It looks quite decent. It is what it is, nothing exceptional. Then have a look at this speedometer cluster of this Maruti Suzuki Dzire. Conventional setup, dials over here which look rather nice, very neat. So speaking about the speedometer cluster, what you would now notice first is that we have a low tire pressure warning. But in that MID, you have other information such as average fuel economy with your range. Then you have your fuel efficiency, data, historic. I have to go back again. Then you have your driving time. Then you have your idle start stop functionality. Then you have a clock. You have a G-force meter. You have your power and torque displayed over here. Acceleration and brake input display over here. And that's about it. Apart from this, on the left hand side you have an analog tachometer. Very nice looking needles too. On the right hand side, you have your analog speedometer. Over here you will notice you have a fuel gauge. Here you have the engine temperature. And then a couple of telltale lights all around. What I don't like are these stocks. In 2024, moving into 2025, I just cannot digest it. I don't really like it. I wish Maruti Suzuki gets rid of this in all of their vehicles. Lower down you also have 2 trip meters and your odometer readout. All of this information over here, it is nice and easy to read even under top sun like this. This is not really a challenge to consume this information, and there is not too much of a reflection either. This MID, it is colored, but it is not rather beautiful, but it is what it is. The Dzire is also built to a cost. Then when you look at the right hand side of the steering wheel, you have your engine start stop button along with a chrome ring for a premium touch. This button is for your 360-degree camera, and this button, when you press it, you can activate and deactivate the electronic safety features which are available with this Maruti Suzuki Dzire. So if you long press this, you will deactivate these features. You will have those telltale lights over here, and if you long press it again, everything will get activated. Lower down you have a button for your engine start stop functionality, idle start stop functionality, and this is your headlamp leveler switch. Lower down you have these flaps to open the fuel filler cap and to open the bonnet. Nicely done. And over here you have this particular lever to open the tailgate of this new Dzire. So all of these controls, they are very handy, and it is not very oddly positioned either. They are easy to access and reach, and you will get used to this. This AC vent on the extreme right, also you have this beige applique over here too, and the airflow is quite good even at fan speed 2, which I am using right now. Tweeter cutout, which you will notice over here on the A pillar next to the wing mirror. There is not too much of a blind spot area. You will get used to this vehicle pretty soon, but initially, in your initial days of ownership, be careful how you are steering this car. Now let us move to this infotainment screen of this Dzire. So they say that this is the largest in segment, but I don't like these bezels. They are just too thick for this kind of application. And also right now the camera is at my eye level. So what I was saying is that you can notice that the windscreen area, it is eating up some of it. So this could have been lower maybe, but if you sit higher up, if you adjust the seat height, maybe then you will get a better view. But right now, for my kind of seating style, this does pop up a bit. Speaking about this display, have a look at this. Right now it is using Android Auto. This is the home screen, and the touch response is quite nice. You can notice that you have these audible beeps, alerts. The map also looks quite nice, and you have plenty of information displayed to you over here. So let me show you the warnings right now. As you can notice, tire pressure warning is seen right now, and you have a lot of alerts, a lot of settings which you can notice over here. So check this out. Everything that you want to do is very easy, and then you can pair your smartphone, Apple or Android. You have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Archimist sound system, it sounds decent. It is not really all that great, but for this kind of an application and at this price point, it sounds good. Fuel efficiency information is also shown to you over here. You also have historic data if you want to consume that, and then you have your vehicle information. So TPMS, like I showed you before, you have your average speed information, then you have your wireless charger information. So a smartphone has been kept over there, and you can notice that charging is in progress. When you see this footwell lighting, you can activate, deactivate. You have other settings, and then these are your vehicle alerts and warnings, which will be shown to you if at all something needs your attention. So the UI UX is quite nice, the theme is also decent, and the colors are good. They are not too bright, it is not too gaudy, so I like it. But this bezel is not up to my taste. I wish that this was, slimmer, and it just looks too odd. It takes up too much space. Now moving on, you will notice that you have a fully automatic climate control setup, and let us get rid of these reflections. So check this out. One touch and your air conditioning will be good to go. The AC panel has proper buttons, no feather touch over here, so muscle memory, you will be able to use this without even taking your eyes off the road. So good buttons, intuitive console, and it has a gloss black surround over here. So again, it tries to break the monotony. There are a lot of colors over here overall on this entire dashboard section, which you can notice. So because of this, the Dzire looks premium. Lower down, you will notice you have a 12-volt charging point. You have a USB charging point over here. Then this is the wireless charger which I showed you. Check this out. Charging is now on. You have two cup holders, bottle holders over here. You can maybe have 1 liter bottles too over here, but it will bang on this panel. So maybe 500 ml bottles is going to be easy to carry, or your coffee cups, they can be easily placed. And then this is the gear console of this Dzire automatic, Dzire AMT. What you will notice is that there is a silver surround over here. Looks nice, looks premium. This gear stick, it has a nice soft top on the head, and then you have this silver accent over here too, along with this leather wrap. So to reverse, you have to move it this way. Center for neutral, for drive, and then if you want to take manual control over this gearbox, push it to the left, and then push it forward to downshift, pull it down to upshift. If you switch it to this mode, this is standard drive mode, and then going back to neutral. There is no separate drive mode, eco, normal or sport. There are no drive modes available for you. It is just that when you are in D mode, you can either use it as a automatic, or you can use it in manual mode, taking control over the engine and gearbox, but that is up to you should you decide to do that. Then you have this cubby hole over here where you can store some extra oddities, but you will have to keep only small items over here, maybe your keys or some cards or some coins, because the handbrake is going to not allow larger items to be placed over here. But overall, it is a practical console, this center console, and this is as usable as it gets in a car in 2024. And in terms of ergonomics, everything is spot on. You don't really have to struggle too much to access any of these controls. And on the steering too, these buttons are of reasonable size, so they are easy to operate. Your stick for your wiper, your stick for your headlamp. What you will notice is that you get automatic headlamps, but you do not get rain sensing wipers. Looking at the IRVM, manual day-night adjustment, no electrochromic rear view mirror. This sun visor on the passenger side has a vanity mirror, no cover, no lamp, but you do have cabin lamps over here, two individual cabin lamps for reading, map lights, and not LEDs, warm lights. I actually like this. And on the driver side, you have a ticket holder. You do not have a vanity mirror, but this is small. Today when I was driving this car, I wanted to block the sun, but it was a bit short in this width department or length department. Width is this, so it should have been maybe longer by an inch or so, but then it would have taken up or eaten up your visibility when you're driving it. So it is what it is. The next thing that you should notice is that the Maruti Suzuki Dzire offers you a fabric seat upholstery. You get a textured finish over here, but it doesn't get leather or leatherette seat upholstery. That maybe could be part of the accessories kit. It is light, so it is going to be difficult to maintain this fabric seat upholstery because it can get stained pretty soon. But the headrests, they are of a nice and large size. Of course, they are of the adjustable type, and you will notice that the seat also has a nice scoop. For my body type, have a look at this. It offers me decent lateral support. So if at all I am driving around the ghats and if I am driving a bit enthusiastically, the seat is going to give me good comfort. It is going to be supporting my driving style. And the seat compound is also comfortable, and for my height, there is reasonable thigh support too, even though I am at the lowest seat setting. If I get the seat higher up a bit, thigh support is going to actually increase because I'm going to get that kind of leverage. So no problem at all. And as you can notice, to get the seat higher up or to get it down, it is not too much of a challenge. Everything is easy. All of these controls are absolutely easy. Speaking about the door pad, you will notice you have that 3D texture on the doors too. You have a chrome door opening lever, standard controls for the driver, typical of Maruti Suzuki, and then lower down you have a bottle holder and you have storage space for maybe your cleaning cloth or your newspaper or whatever you would like to carry. Like I told you, you have this soft touch material fabric over here where your elbows are going to rest, but also over here on this particular panel. So when you are resting your elbows over here, it won't really feel hard and it won't really make you feel uncomfortable. Now what I want to show you is the space in the back seat. That is very, very important because the Dzire is a sub 4 meter compact sedan. Now when I step inside, this is how the door shuts. This is how it sounds. Let me do that one more time. Does it sound safe and secure to you? Let us know in the comments below. So this front seat, this driver seat, I have adjusted it to my height and my driving style and my body type. Have a look at this. Very, very good knee room that is available. Very good leg room too. And even foot room. Even at the lowest seat setting, there is space for me to slide my feet below this driver seat. So in terms of space, this is rather impressive. And as you can notice, there is some thigh support too. So in terms of comfort, this Dzire is offering quite a bit, and this is not feeling like a compromised sedan at all. And also the seat back angle is quite comfortable. Have a look at this. This is the amount of headroom that is available. So maybe if you are 6 feet tall, headroom is not really available in generous quantity. So that is something that you have to keep in mind. You have retractable grab handles. You have cabin lamps over here at the back too. Not a central cabin lamp because you have a sunroof, which you can notice. The sunroof is electrically operated, and let me open it up for you and have a look at this. The button for opening the sunroof is over here between these cabin lamps. Long press it and this is how it opens. This is the first stop and it opens up all the way. And to close it, you can not do it with one touch. You have to hold it for a couple of seconds and then it takes your input that you want to close it. And you can also pop it out, which you can see from the outside. So have a look at that. So when you are popping it, have a look at this. This is when it is closed and this is how it pops up for some ventilation. And this is how it opens up when you want to allow all that light and wind on the inside when you are out for a long drive. And this is how fast it closes when you want to shut it when you feel like you have had enough of that sunroof. So that's quite nice too. And you also have this sunshade, which is rather thick. This you can manually move. It will also move along with the sunroof, of course, when you open it, and it will block the heat too on a hot sunny day. Now in the back seat, you have this armrest in the center. You get two cup holders over here as well, and this armrest with the angle that it offers, it is going to provide you decent comfort. You have rather reasonably sized headrests over here for the rear occupants, but you have only 2 headrests in the back seat. As you can notice, there is no headrest over here for the third passenger. These headrests, by the way, they are height adjustable, and check this out. Actually, they are offering only one locking position. So this is the first and only locking position. If you pull it up, it is not going to stay there. It is going to come down and lock here. And if you want the second locking position, it is all the way down. So this is it. This is the maximum range of motion. Only 2 adjustable headrests, like I said, and nothing for the third passenger over here in the back seat. If you push this armrest back, you will notice that you get 3-point seat belts for all passengers in the vehicle. That is a good safety feature. And you will also notice you have these ISOFIX tethers for your child seats. So you get ISOFIX mounts. So you can also notice this top tether over here behind this headrest. So you can carry your child seats. So you can have 2 kids also in the back seat, because you can mount 2 child seats in the back. As you can notice, like I said, fabric seat upholstery, textured pattern, looks nice, but it is going to be difficult to maintain because it is very, very light in shade, in color. Now, if I want to sit over here as the third passenger, check this out. The transmission hump is noticeable. It is not at all completely flat. If I sit like this, it is not going to be ideal. Maybe a child can sit over here. But for me as an adult, if I have my legs split up this way on either side of that transmission hump, this is how I will sit. This is the amount of headroom that is available. It is a bit tight, but the seat back angle is decent. But this section over here, it pops out a little because you had this armrest over here. But because it is all fabric, it is soft on your back. It doesn't feel uncomfortable. Would you like to sit over here? It is for you to decide. The next thing which I want to show you, these AC vents. So you have one vent, but you have directional units at either end. So you can direct airflow to the left or right, but this is one unit, not 2 separate units. You can switch off this AC vent if you want, making use of this. All hard plastic. You can notice you have this slot over here where you can park 2 smartphones. These are 2 really large smartphones. Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra, iPhone 15 Pro Max with a case. Both of them can slot in over here. And then you have 2 USB points, a regular USB Type A and a Type C, which is available. And then to carry some extra stuff, you also have this seat back pocket only behind the front passenger seat, not behind the driver seat. So there is no seat back pocket behind the front driver seat. Of course, the driver is at the front. Now, when I move to this particular seat, I have pushed this seat all the way forward. Now this, what I'm demonstrating, is if at all you are going to buy the Dzire and make use of it as a chauffeur driven vehicle. So this seat is all the way forward. This is the maximum amount of legroom that is available. For a compact sedan, this is quite impressive. This is fantastic legroom that is available, and when I stretch my legs this way, thigh support is good too. So this is going to be nice and comfortable even on a long drive. And also because you have that armrest, you can rest your hands and you can also take a nap because the seat back angle is also quite nice. This particular side bolstering of the seat, that also offers you good side support and comfort, and this is definitely going to keep you happy, at peace when you are traveling in the back seat of this Dzire. So I think in terms of space and packaging, this vehicle is doing rather well, and it is doing much better than it ever did. And in terms of space, I have no complaints at all. Now looking at the rear door, have a look at this. You have a bottle holder, you have some extra storage space, you have that same 3D texture over here, chrome door handle, but at the back, no soft touch material. So that fabric over here and over here, it is only on the front door. So that is something that you will have to live with. Speaker cutout is over here, and then that is it. That is all that you need to know about the interior cabin of this Maruti Suzuki Dzire. I showed you the boot space, which was quite good. I showed you the space in the back seat, I showed you the space in the front, and I showed you all the features that you get with this sub 4 meter compact sedan. Do you like it? Do you dislike it? Would you buy it, or would you wait for the new upcoming Honda Amaze in its latest generation? Whatever is your opinion, you let us know in the comments below. Do you like the new Dzire? Do you like the 4th generation Dzire in terms of styling, in terms of space, in terms of packaging? Or do you like the kind of performance and efficiency that Maruti Suzuki is offering to you with this product? Let us know in the comments below. See you soon. Always drive safe and always wear your seat belts.